God bless America. God bless America. And be some and young. Made with the light from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ted Fink, Acting Secretary today.
We have no visiting Rotarians. We have no guests. We have no prospective members. And we have no roving Rotarians.
The sheet is blank.
I'm surprised we have anyone at all. Anyway, as usual, the latch string is always out at the Miamisburg Rotary. I'm going to do this one-handed.
All right. Well, just to let you know, today is National Marching Music Day. So those that may have been in the marching band in high school or college, the National Marching Band. If you're hungry, National Pound Cake Day. And if you're a son, it's National Sons Day. So if your parents, you can call them up and let them know you got one more day to celebrate besides your birthday. All right. Who's got announcements? Who's going?
Oh.
Announcements.
Okay, couple of announcements. First of all, the Night of the Races is coming along nicely. If those of you that are watching, we've sold all the tickets, so that's number one. That's great. We sold most of the big ticket items, but we do still need for people to work on selling ads, selling food sponsors, and horses. We've only sold just slightly over half of the horses. We got to have horses in our horse races, so get out there and get your friends to buy some horses. The other reminder, those of you that signed up to help out at Springboro, that's this Saturday night. I hope you all remember who you are. So we need to be down there to do our part to help out.
So what are some cutoff dates for let's say because that's a brochure has to be printed. So we got to get horses in. Remember, sell horses because they're pre-populated in the brochure in the April 1st. April 1st. So 1 month. So if you've got people before that have advertised, reach out to them again. Or I know some of the business owners here, if you need to do that, and even if they get that quarter page is $50. So maybe there's someone here in town that maybe in the past couldn't do a $300, $200 ad. Here's an opportunity for them to do just a quarter page at $50. So to get them some first timers. So if you know anybody, if you want to, maybe there's a family or maybe a memorial or in honor of, you can put an ad in that too. So, and then other announcements. Monte Carlo.
Friday at 6:00 p.m. Upstairs here at the BOM is the Merchants Association Monte Carlo. It is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We'd love to see you there. We've got some cool items that we're auctioning off. There's a South African safari, trip to Tuscany, NASCAR, your choice for 2 at any NASCAR race remaining this year. So those are just a couple of the things. But 6 to 10:30 here upstairs, bomb.
Any other announcements? Okay, all right. We have a fun fact of the day. Josh, you haven't had a chance to answer any of these fun facts recently. I haven't seen you in a while. So,
Good job.
Welcome.
welcome back. All right, Rotary is home to many club locations. I am looking for 2 specific ones, the most northern and most southern club location. And how far apart are they? What's that?
Earth or
On Earth.
country?
On Earth. All right. In the meantime, we'll do happy dollars. Who is happy today?
Thank you. Excuse me, I'm $20 happy. It was my birthday on Monday. I was turned 80. And I also want to shout out to my good friend Tom Nicholas, whose birthday is coming up. He'll be 82, as will later on. So,
80 also.
80 also, as well.
There you go.
Yeah. Although he looks old, he's younger than me, but he looks old. Also, I'd like to give a shout out or thank you to the members of the city council who last night, I'm working on a project for the Historical Society to renovate the Compton Library. And we came up with a plan that was submitted to council, went before council last night, and they approved our plan, approved the overall concept of what we're trying to do. And I will be presenting that here next Wednesday. But just wanted to thank the members of council who voted in favor of that. That's the first hoop we had to get over, and I think it'll be great. And I'm excited to share it with all of you next week. So thank you.
I have a happy dollar. I had a follow-up appointment with my surgeon on Monday, and I am ahead of schedule on the recovery. He's very happy with where I'm at and the progress I've made. So keep going. Golf is season.
I'm 10 Venmo dollars happy again. First, I have a scooter dollar. I have to go see a patient at 1 o'clock. But I'm also very happy because this weekend we're going to be up at my daughter's house in Columbus. It's Holy is coming up here, and we're going to have a holy party on Saturday. That's an Indian custom, and you wear a white T-shirt and they throw all this colored powder all over you. And so it's a celebration of spring. So.
All right, just got a dollar for Wright State basketball and won the Horizon League, and their first tournament game is tonight.
All right.
Go Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm $5 happy, and a shout out to Ted Fink for running this project for us at the History Center. He's done a magnificent job.
I'm $20 happy because I got back on Saturday from the Building Peaks Through Service cruise that I was on. I actually have a picture, which you can't see, but this is the whole group that was on the cruise. We had 4 days that we were actually having meetings and meeting with students that are involved. It was so inspiring. I have all these ideas of what I want our club to do, so you're going to be hearing more.
I have one happy dollar for Miami University basketball. They are still undefeated. Their team game is Friday in Athens.
They're the only ones in the country, right?
Yes.
I have Venmo dollars happy to Judy. Yes, okay. She can say that it's true.
I have $47 of Venmo dollars that are happy because it is my 47th birthday this coming Sunday, and I finally, after 20 years of wanting purple hair, got purple hair. So I'm happy with my purple hair.
Your birthday present to yourself. One of many.
Since Doug said something about Wright State basketball, Ohio State basketball beat Purdue, so that's good. They play Penn State, I think, tonight, and then Saturday they play Indiana in Columbus. So hopefully Bruce Thornton will get enough points between this game and the next one that will have the record for
All right. All right. Cool.
Since we're talking basketball teams, I want to root on the Dayton Flyers for their inevitable loss on a Friday, and the HN game to like Richmond and another disappointing season. Fire the coach. Venmo,
You can pay money.
I got Venmo.
All right. Josh, while you're Venmoing, do you have an answer to the question?
We do.
All right.
All right. The northernmost Rotary Club is in Svalbard, Norway.
I have something different.
Okay, well you're wrong.
The rules are going on.
This one.
And the southernmost was the base Marambio in Antarctica.
That's correct.
Okay.
I
And
guess.
I've got 11,137 miles in between.
Okay. So maybe I might be incorrect, but maybe we need to fact check. If Burrow, Alaska is more northern than wherever in Norway.
How many miles between them then?
I have 10,895.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. It basically says it spans the whole globe.
Well, I'll give it to you guys. You
Thank
guys
you.
are-
He's got one.
My math didn't check out today. I use Google Gym though. But
All right, top dog is worth $28.50. $28.50. We're looking for the 9 of diamonds.
828.
828. 828.
Me. Hey, Dr. Esper. Brent.
828.
How many are strong?
831.
I don't think so.
9 of diamonds.
Four spades.
4 spades. All right.
Sponsor the race. I kind of keep it. Just to let you know.
All right. Well, we're fortunate that today Justin is going to be presenting. Next week, as Ted said, he's going to be presenting about the new project. So it's first I just thank those Rotarians that have helped get the speakers or volunteered to be speakers. So Justin, well, now that Justin is not preoccupied
with his previous work, he comes with me all these ideas, all these things he's got tech wise. So this is today with today tech with Justin today. So Justin.
Hello and welcome to my presentation today about taming the flood of the information we get from the internet using a local tool known as Notebook LM. My name is Justin Conan. I am owner and operator of Irrational JT. I'm irrationally good at code and chaos because let's just face it, the entire amount of data that we have to comprehend right now is overwhelming and chaotic, and I had to find tools to help me with it. So I wanted to share a tool onto you. Taming the information flood is, well, let's just admit it. We've all been there. A stack of PDFs. We have a promise that we'd read later. Newsletters are piling up. 3 different versions of a budget. Today's world, we are just not only informed, but we are flooded. And what can we do to take all that noise and turn it into a clear, helpful conversation? Today, I want to tell you a story about how I found a way to stop treading water and start actually using information I collect. But to tame a flood, you need more than a bucket. You need a partner who knows exactly where every drop of information came from. Introducing Notebook LM. Think of it as a private vault for your thoughts. You can upload up to 50 sources into this tool, everything from Google Documents to transcripts of YouTube videos. The genius part is it doesn't use your personal data to train itself, so your private notes stay private. It is a tool built purely to understand and to help you make sense of it all. Now we have a partner, and that's great, but what if that partner could talk to you in a way that actually made sense while you were busy doing other things? Notebook LM can turn notes and your sources into conversations and audio overviews. Did you know you can turn those dry reports into a lively podcast-style discussion? Notebook's LM audio overview feature takes your scattered research and turns it into a commute-friendly briefing. It's not just a robot reading text, but it's two AI hosts debating your documents, surfacing some insights, and even finding connections you might have missed, all while you're busy cooking or driving. You might be thinking this sounds complicated, but actually it's designed to be used in the margins of your day. We're all busy. Notebook LM relocates comprehension to the times when you're doing chores or taking a walk. Instead of staring at another screen, you can just listen to a 15-minute summary of a complex policy document while you're at the grocery store. It turns a time-intensive task into something that happens in parallel with your life. It's one thing to hear about a tool, but let me show you how it actually helped us out for a recent club event. Miamisburg Rotary is coming up on its Night at the Races virtual horse race fundraising event. And we've had many ideas scattered across emails, within meeting notes, inside of spreadsheets, all over the place. I started recording meetings and uploading the audio transcripts into Notebook LM. So instead of me spending hours excavating through old notes or trying to frantically write things down as we're discussing matters at our meetings, I added those transcripts to Notebook LM. And with that, Notebook LM parsed it, and I can ask them questions regarding who agreed to handle catering, where we get in catering from. It instantly synthesized long discussions into a clear plan. Enough to talk about Notebook LM. Let me actually show you the tool for what it is. Let me bring it up. So right now, here's the notebook for the Miamisburg Rotary Club's Night at the Races. We have an ongoing list of sources of our meeting notes. We have the contact information for those all involved. We had the original source document that I was trying to keep all together so that we had a reference point. But it turns out Notebook LM made it a lot easier because, frankly, you don't have to read 10 pages of the single source of truth document. We can just ask the tool itself what it is. So on the left-hand side, you have your sources. You can always just add more. I'm choosing it to be local to the only sources I choose to put in there so that we don't get any misinformation from anything else. So the left, we have the sources. On the right, in the middle, we have the chat window where you can, just like any other AI chat bot, you can talk to it and ask it questions. However, unlike other things like ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, all the source material that the tool Notebook LM will review is only the sources you've given it. It won't reach out to the internet and make stuff up. And the best part about when it does this research for you, it even cites where it got that information. So, for example, we're currently selling horses out for sponsorships for the club, and we started with 80. We're trying to sell them all, but we don't know how many are left. So provided we keep updated spreadsheets, I can easily just ask Notebook LM, how many horses are left to be sold as of our last committee meeting? Now, if you just give me a moment, it's not instant. So yes, as of the last committee meeting held on March 4th, there were 32 horses left to be sold. And it gives me the two callouts of where it got this information. And I can click on it, and it'll open the sources section and highlight the area where it believed it found the answer, which is in fact right here. Currently, there are 48 horses sold, and out of 80, that means there are 32 left. I did that math for us. Maybe you want to know who's in charge of the website, what is the technical specifications for ad imagery. All that is stored within these source documents that we've had, and all I need to do, instead of trying to reread these, at this point, what is that, 10-ish files? Notebook LM will do it for me. But another huge key feature of Notebook LM is the far right-hand side here, the studio. In the studio, it can take your source content and generate other material for you. For instance, I had mentioned the AI audio overview. If I can click on it right now, it'll make one completely from that entire source structure on my left-hand side. Or if I just specifically wanted to hear what happened at the last committee meeting, I can uncheck them all, click on the edit pen to get a little more refined on how I want it to generate an audio podcast file for me. I can do a deep dive, I can do a brief, I can critique, I can have it debate on my behalf, specify even more minutely what you want the podcast to cover. All that anything that was discussed within the meeting minutes, it can generate an audio file for you about that one specific topic in that one specific source that you have checked on the left. Or if you want to catch up on everything, you can just check everything and then say make a podcast about that. Because not too long ago, I did do a audio generation regarding the 5 meeting minutes. And to give you a small sample, hopefully this comes through, I'm going to play that audio file right now and give you a feel for how the podcast makes dry meeting minute material into something a little more enticing. So let's see if I can get this to work.
January and February of 2026.
Which is such a gold mine.
Oh, totally. And alongside that, we have a comprehensive, highly detailed, single source of truth document. These all originate from the Miamisburg Rotary Club, detailing the planning process for their upcoming charity fundraiser called Night at the Races.
The value of these documents lies in how unvarnished they are. We're looking at college public relations.
All right. So you get a basic idea of how that can happen. Now, also, I enjoy using the tool through the web interface here, but there are Notebook LM specific apps for both iPhones and Android phones. So you could on the go hit that play button on that audio file and listen while, again, you shop or do the dishes or, during your commute to work. It does have other features. For example, like if you're trying to link up a whole bunch of ideas or trying to see where there's overlap in some of your documents, you can generate a mind map. And with the Miamisburg Rotary, here it is. Maybe, again, I wanted to know what the food and beverage situation is. Breaks it down to, we're getting from Bullwinkle's. We're going to have 2 bartenders for a beverage night. It's going to be a cash bar. And if we click on any one of these, it can actually query the chat window to give us more detail about where it was within the system. I've also been using it for marketing purposes. I've generated infographics using specialized prompts to try to focus on things we wanted to sell. Sponsorship infographics I generated, and I had given it a specific prompt, whereas I only wanted to focus on, say, the selling the races and selling the horses and selling the ads, not selling the tickets. So I made that very specific in my prompt when I gave it to generate the infographic for me, and you saw the outcome. It's a very strong tool. You can generate reports if you like. Specifically, I had it generate a report about sponsorships, and so that maybe our sponsorship team could go out and have a prospectus that they could read off or present to any interested sponsors about, helping us out. It's an amazing tool to keep all these things together, let you reference files quickly, as well as, generate content. Go back to the slide deck for a second. And let's move on to another beneficial feature about Notebook LM. The most powerful things that can happen is when I've uploaded my own notes and listened to the AI host discuss it through the audio overview feature, I realized there were some confusing parts about the website when I was building it for the Night at the Races event, but hearing my own ideas explained back to me activated a different part of my brain, and it helped me find the logical holes in my planning before the board even knew or saw the first draft. So I've used it very intensely to help with my responsibilities in the Night at the Races event. And the best part about all this is it wasn't just doing work for me, it was helping me become a better presenter. Notebook LM helped me write this presentation. I used it to organize everything in this talk. I fed it a whole bunch of articles regarding Notebook LM, and it helped me turn that research paralysis, which usually takes me forever to make a slide deck because I can't get my thoughts in order. It turned this into a 20-minute outline, and then I massaged it and worked with it, identified common threads. I suggested to it formats that I wanted to see and wanted to have it help me make things a little more easy to absorb compared to usually my technical what do you call it? My over technical explanations I tend to do. But it guided I still guided the ship, but Notebook LM was the engine to help me burn through this. I'll show you quickly, but just in a quick glance here. Here's the notebook I've been using for the research. The sources I decided to go with, highly reputable ones that I trust to give me right information. And then I went back and forth, and it helped me generate the slide deck. You might be thinking that sounds complicated. It's easier than you think. You can get started just by uploading your most 10 recent documents, even if they're random. You want to start with an everything notebook just to get your feet wet. I mean, you can always delete it. It's free. You can make more notebooks. It's not a big deal. Just give it a try. Upload those documents into your everything notebook and ask it a question or generate a mind map to see how your projects connect, or have Google. If you have the Google account, which is required for this tool, you can try it today at absolutely no cost. So I encourage you to go out, just search for Notebook LM in the App Store on your personal device, and you log in with your Google account, upload those files, and then start asking questions. To leave you with one final thought and why this matters to all of us. Notebook LM is a partner. It's not a replacement. It doesn't do the work for you. It handles the tedious comparison and the excavation work, so we can focus on the heart of your business or your goals, making decisions and serving others, being a better boss, understanding what your clients or your employees are asking of you, or just, it doesn't even have to be business related. Let me quickly show you how to make a brand new notebook and just kind of get your feet wet. If you don't have files to upload, it can do something for you. So just create a new notebook. And if you don't have documents, just search the web for what you're interested in. So let's just say I'd like to learn more about backpacking through national parks and where the best locations are around me to get this experience. And for those that aren't aware, I'm using Windows 11. The Windows H key is an automatic text to or speech to text feature, because you don't want to watch me type live. It's just horrible. So I did that research for me. It found some sources that might be valuable. I click the import button. It brings them all in. And then once they come in, I can easily start asking questions. Not everything's perfect, so you can just remove all sources that... get this out of the way. We can just remove sources that failed. And I could then ask it, now that it has some sources for me, what would be the best thing to get started with if I wanted to get into hiking? And let's see what it comes back with. There we go. Let's see. Backpacking is best approached through the combination planning, selecting appropriate beginner-friendly trails. Now, if you don't like the sources, just delete them, uncheck them, add new ones. Make it your own. It's a tool, because farmers no longer use oxen to pull their plows. They use tractors to help them get over some of this work, the manual labor. Machines, we made them to help make our lives easier. AI and Notebook LM is here to take a lot of the strain off our brain. Yeah, I know AI isn't perfect, and I don't think it ever really truly will be, but it does really shorten that learning curve to something new. So the flood of information is going away, but you don't have to drown in it, because frankly, you can tame it. I challenge you just this week, pick one topic that you're interested in, a hobby, a health report, a club project. Upload it into Notebook LM and just listen to the audio review. Just start there. You'd be amazed at how quickly the flood turns into a clear path forward, and you're no longer treading water, but you're swimming. We often fear what we don't understand, especially when it comes to technology. Notebook LM isn't here to change who you are, it's here to help you manage what you know. It's a tool that rewards your curiosity. So don't let the later, quote, quote, later that never comes keep you from learning today. Tame the flood, and let's use these tools to build a better informed and more effective community, group, business, relationship together. That's everything. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me, and please reach out to me at Irrational JT. That is J Conan, JKOHNEN at irrationaljt.com. If you have questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Have a wonderful day.
I was thinking just for me, I didn't have this last year, but when my father passed away, there was just so much documents and things. And then when my brothers got together, it's like, where's that in this document? What document was that in? And we spent just so much time going through documents. And I think this would have been great. So we just ask it, and easy to find documents. So definitely, this is something. I'm thinking about writing a short book, no novel, but this will help me get that initial stage going. So and I like that whole idea. You put the source in. So right now, if you had Chat GPT, Gemini, whatever you got, once you ask it, it's going to search all the information out there. And like Justin said, there's just so much information. You tell it what source you want it to be. If it's just your documents, or you find some other documents online, you saw a YouTube video, whatever, you put the source in. And so that's what I like. You control that, and you're only getting information that you put in. And then I like the idea, then it will evaluate your information. So you can ask it questions about what am I missing here. And again, writing a short book or our study guide, it's good for me because there's a lot of things that I'm missing, and it's telling me what to do. So
yeah. I guess another use case to view as well, for the 9th recess meetings, I've been using my phone to record, which automatically generates a transcript, which I put into Notebook LM, and then I say generate meeting minutes from this for me. And then I review it, and it looks correct, and I commit that to an actual source document. And then it goes back into our notebook again. So it could really save a lot of time and human effort. I know it's AI, there's a lot of speculation around AI is not perfect. I mean, it's getting better. We make machines to make our lives easier. Farmers no longer pull plows with cows, we have tractors. So there's so much information. Offload some of that off your brain and have a digital system help you out in some, and then verify it once it's done. So I find it extremely helpful. Thank you, Tom.
all right, very good. So if you have any other questions for Justin, I talked to him afterwards. Also, we talked about, was there something that people that are interested in going deeper in? You were talking with Cameron earlier.
Oh yes, Cameron and I were having a conversation about completely autonomous digital assistants, which is sort of newish. Early January it kind of came out. I'm working on a tool called OpenClaw, formerly known as ClaudeBot, Maltbot. It started in January, and now OpenAI has bought it from the Vibe coder for $1 billion, and they're completely taking advantage of that. A computer that can do practically everything a human can do, as long as you tell it.
All right.
So, I got a question.
Yes. Yes.
How are you securing it?
So I set up my digital assistant, I call her Janet, on her own computer. So she has the ability to nuke everything. So she might as well burn her house down and not mine. Then I only give her the material that I'm comfortable with leaking, because no matter what AI is, AI prompt injection is probably going to exist forever. And you can always trick AI to tell you things. So I don't give her my financial information. I don't give her my passwords. I don't give her any of that. So it can't leak outside of it. and I harden down and encrypt where I can that sensitive information. So even if somebody did try to trigger, it'd just be cipher data and they would know the difference. But it's a difficult thing to accomplish, and I think that's more spot. That should be an offline conversation because it gets kind of technical after that.
All right, very good. And remember next week, thank you, Justin. Remember next week, Ted will be presenting on the new project in the library.
That's what I want.
All right, and so we've got our prizes, and they were offered to us by none other than Dr. Basis here. All right, so blue ticket. Can you also bring?
I can do that.
All right, the numbers are 274, 276, 274, 276.
What's the motivation?
Motivation to win.
All right, you thought you were gonna leave empty-handed today, two of you. Now, is that a fossil watch inside?
Not here.
Oh, wow.
Glasses.
All right, let's go ahead and stand and repeat the four-way test. All right, number one, is it the truth? Number two, is it fair to all concerned? Number three, will it build goodwill and bear friendship? Number four, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.